I remember the stories my mom would tell me about how she was always top of her class. As a child, I've always had big shoes to fill. The first daughter of 4 children, a twin for that matter. How do I live up to these expectations? At times when I had a test and got 9 over 10, my mom would be disappointed in me and tell me I could do better. But I learned that she was motivating me to be the best version of myself. As a firstborn child, I was also expected to be a good example to my siblings. I know that a lot of firstborn children feel pressure to always live up to the standards set by their parents. Even though it can be quite overwhelming at times, it's for our own good. But the real question here is, how do we live up to these expectations? I believe to live up to these expectations, we have to set standards for ourselves, goals, and always remember to try, even though the goal might not be on the other side. I know not only me is afraid of failure, but if your failure hurts this bad, imagine how great you feel when you succeed. Not only me faces this, most Nigerian children do. They feel pressure to always live up to the standards set by their parents. If not, they feel as if they are disgraces to them. In my opinion, it's the African parent mentality. When I say African parent mentality, it's a frequent conversation in Africa where African parents have unique parenting mannerisms. It's not as common as it was then, as the world is changing and evolving. Not only our parents contribute to this, our teachers and society also contribute greatly to this. Our teachers want us to succeed. That is the core of their work. Our success is their success. They are often assessed by the academic outcomes of the people they teach. So obviously, there will be a transfer of pressure and expectations. Also, with many years of experience teaching other students, they believe that we have the capacity to excel academically with a little push. With that in mind, they constantly communicate their expectations to us. This is only helpful, but in retrospect, do some students realize this? Whilst on the scene, it just feels like we're being pressured to do more, give more, and achieve more. The reasons for high expectations in the society is due to unrealistic media coverage through the mass media. The mass media mainly posts about extraordinary children with thousands of scholarships, but never posts about a child who has had massive improvements from a C plus to an A. In my opinion, that child might have had to work harder. The mass media never dwells on the difficulties these children may face. For example, dyslexia. Dyslexia is a learning disability, which makes it difficult for children to not only read, but also be focused. It takes me back to the time when I had moved to America in 2017. My twin and I were the only black people in our class. A question we were commonly asked by many was, why do you always do your homework? I had come from a place where homework was a mandatory thing. Here it was a choice. Here we had many choices to make. This just shows the difference of expectations placed on children all over the world. I believe children should set expectations for themselves because they are more realistic with them. It gives them something to look forward to if they achieve them. A way to set expectations for ourselves is goal setting. Goal setting is the process of identifying desired outcomes you would like to see in different areas of our lives. When children are involved in the goal setting process, they thrive better than when the goals are simply done at them. There's a sense of ownership that comes with knowing I set my academic goals myself. Like Dr. Seuss said, you have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You are on your own and you know what you know. You are the guy who will decide where to go. But I guess as young people sometimes, we really don't know where to go. Hence, we're heading in the direction of the expectations dumped on us until we find our way. But at the end of the day, we have to find our way. In order to find our way, we need to have an inner desire to always strive for the best possible outcomes and never take failure for an answer. Our failures don't define us, but what we make of those failures are what define our success. I have come to learn that I'm the one who has achieved everything. My success shall depend solely on me. It is better to have high expectations, even though they could lead to failure, because it is better to try than to not try at all, because you'll never know what you can do. Now, I decide what I want to be, and it has to be me doing something that benefits me and positively impacts the world. Thank you.